embarrassed you? Ugh. Probably don't want to remember those embarrassing moments. And I am back again with another video. I'm going to be doing a Q&A for you. So I posted it on my Instagram and on my Snapchat for you guys to ask me anything, and I'll be answering it in my video. So let's get right into it. Okay, so I have my phone here, so I'm going to read them. So I'm going to start here with my Instagram questions. The first question is, what is the last Netflix? What is wrong with me? My first question is, what is the last Netflix movie or show you watched? So I'm currently watching Gossip Girl, so I don't know if you've ever heard of that show. It's actually pretty good. I remember this show kind of being really popular back in high school, when I was in high school, or like, I don't know. Yeah, I think like my high school years. So I'm just getting into it. I didn't want to jump on the bandwagon, so that's a show that I literally just was watching just now. I'm still currently watching. I think I'm on like season 2 right now, so don't put any spoiler alerts in the comments. But the last movie that I saw was referred to from my cousin, and it was called Platform. It's a Netflix movie. You should definitely see it. I will give you a disclaimer that it does have subtitles. It is in, like, I believe Spanish, so that's a good one. So what do you do on a normal day? On a normal day, so for me, my job hasn't really been affected from this COVID-19 pandemic. So I still go to work. So when I'm not at work, my usual day is just getting up, doing the usual stuff, brush your teeth. I'm trying to get a skincare routine down because I have been kind of breaking out. My usual morning, get up, take a shower, all that stuff, but I'll just watch TV. I try to do some exercises. I'll just do a lap around the block or something just to get some fresh air and be out. Definitely doing social distancing. I don't recommend going out, but this is just what I do. And I will make dinner or plan dinner, look on Pinterest, get some creative meal preps going. And that's pretty much it. I don't really do much. I try to do my nails. I actually kind of really need to redo them. So what are you doing to keep yourself busy during the pandemic? So what I'm doing is watching Netflix. I am teaching myself new things, so you will see in future videos. I don't want to really do a spoiler alert, but I am teaching myself some new things, and I'll be showing you guys what I'm talking about. I've been shopping. I've been shopping like crazy online. I have been watching a bunch of TikToks, and I don't know, just calling my friends, FaceTiming. Okay. Do you have any siblings? Yes, I do. I have an older sister, and I do have a half brother and a half sister, but so yes, I do have siblings. Are you dating anybody? Yes, I am dating somebody. Do you have any talents? That's like a good question. Talents, I don't know, like, yeah, I think I do. I'm ambidextrous, so I can write with both of my hands. Not good, but let's say I break my left hand and I'm left-handed, I could get by with my right. I really just eat with my left hand. Everything else, because this is a right-handed society, right-handed world. A lot of people are right-handed, so I've adapted. When I cut, I'm right-handed. I cut scissors, everything. Cut my food with my right hand. Throw, catch. So I guess that's a talent. I answered that question good. What's your favorite color? My favorite color is yellow. I love yellow. What's the last movie you saw? So, like I said earlier, the last movie I saw was Platform on Netflix. Um, do you have a pet? Yes, I do. I have a cat. Really funny story. I am really not a cat person. I love cats. They're cute, but I just never thought I would be owning one. But I kind of, it's a long story. I do have a cat, and his name is Sketch because he is actually super sketchy. One minute, like, he can be cuddly, and then he's just like crazy. There's actually this funny story where I couldn't find him. I literally thought he ran away. And then I'm in my kitchen, or not kitchen, I'm in my bathroom, can't be in the kitchen. I'm in my bathroom, like brushing my teeth, and he comes out of my cabinets underneath my sink. And I'm like, what? Like, what were you doing under there? Like, what is under there that's cozy? Except for like body soap and stuff. I don't know. He's kind of weird. So what's the first thing you're going to do after quarantine is over? Oh my gosh, first thing I'm gonna do after quarantine's over, there's a couple places that I wanna go out to eat. I'm definitely gonna get my girls together. We're gonna have a girls' night out. We're gonna have some drinks. I wanna go on some hikes. Man, yeah, I can't wait. It sounds so unreal. I feel like, I don't know, it feels like this quarantine's never going to be over, but it will. It will. Let's put up positive vibes. Let's believe in all the scientists out there working double time, triple time to find us some sort of vaccine or cure or some remedy for all this that's happening. Have you ever traveled out of the country, and if so, where? Yes, I have. I've traveled to Belize. My mom is half Belizean, half Guatemalan, so we went to Belize. I saw my family out there. It was beautiful. I definitely want to go back. Beautiful. If you've never been, recommend that you go. The water is beautiful. The people are beautiful. The culture's amazing. It was nice. When's the last time you cried? And what about? Okay, that's kind of deep. So for me, just a little disclaimer, I am a crier. So that means I cry when I'm happy, I cry when I'm sad, I cry when I'm mad. So I'm just always crying. But the last time I cried, it was probably watching the movie The Platform, because that's the last movie that I've seen. Oh, actually, you know what? I actually cried yesterday. Because I got word that a professor was going to write a recommendation letter for me, and I just started crying. I don't know. I told you, I'm just a little bit emotional, but yeah, that just meant a lot to me. What is your career goal? My career goal is to be a registered nurse. Do you have a skin routine? No, I do not have a skin routine. Well, kind of. It's not necessarily a routine. I need to make it more of like a ritual. So a routine for me is something that I constantly do. I kind of will switch it up. So I'm in a routine of two different things, two different products that I use. I'm not like consistent on it. So I wouldn't say I have a routine, but I'm trying to get a routine because, like I said, my skin's kind of been breaking out lately. So I do need to get onto a routine. Can you do activewear clothing haul? An activewear clothing haul? Yes, I sure can. I actually was thinking of doing an activewear clothing haul, maybe from Fashion Nova, because I do want to start working out. And for me, just putting on like activewear yoga pants, a sports bra, I don't know, it motivates me to want to be active. So definitely, I got you. I will do a clothing haul for sure. Uh-oh, my battery's gonna die. No. Okay, let's see. I'll try to speed through this before my battery dies. Do you have any kids? If not, do you want any?
20 minutes later.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry, my camera died, so now I'm using my phone. But I left off on question. Okay, what do you have any kids? If not, do you want any? I don't have any kids, and yeah, one day I don't know, I keep telling myself I want 5, but realistically in this economy, like, I don't even know if I could even financially support 5. So it would be, in a perfect world, it would be 4 kids, 2 girls, 2 boys. But in reality, realistically, 3. Something about an odd number. I just don't want an even number. I want an odd number. So I think 3. 3 is going to be my lucky number. Can you do a makeup routine? What do I do to choose? Okay, those 2 questions in one, and they did not. Sorry. So, can you do a makeup routine? Sure, I guess. I'm not a makeup artist. I don't aspire to be one. I just do enough just to get by. Um, but I can definitely do a makeup routine. I can show you what I do. I guess I can do like a get ready with me. I could do that. What do I do to choose a close friend? That's a good question. I what do I do to choose a close friend? It just sort of happens. I guess we have the similar interests, or not even similar interests, but similar mindset, morals, values, and I guess time. Just confiding in them and checking in on one another and just rooting for one another, supporting one another. And through time, that's how I kind of assess whether you're a good friend. And yeah. Okay, so this question says, do you have any regrets? What's your biggest one? I mean, yeah, I think everyone in life has regrets. I try not to dwell on them. I just tell myself that things happen for a reason, and for whatever reason I learned from whatever that I'm regretting. What was the question again? Oh yeah, do you have any regrets? What's your biggest one? Okay, so my biggest regret is, I don't know. Like I said, I just learned from them. I don't think I regret them. I I allowed them to help me mature and grow as a person. So I wouldn't call them regrets. I learned from all of them, and I am very introspective. I definitely think about how can I do better, how can I learn from the situation, and I try to do a spin to it, be more optimistic about it instead of, woe is me, pity party for myself. I kind of tell myself, okay, well, that happened. That kind of sucked, and let's move on. How can we learn from it? So what's the last thing that really, they put a capital, really embarrassed you? Ugh. Probably don't want to remember those embarrassing moments. But oh my gosh, just even talking about it, I feel embarrassed. But I remember sleeping over my boyfriend's house, and I was asleep, and he wakes up really early. So I remember he was like awake. I was asleep. And, I apparently like farted. I farted. It was so loud to where it woke me up, and then I don't know. I just was kind of like in a trance. Like I didn't think that happened. I was like, oh, maybe that was in a dream. So it woke me up, and I remember him just sitting up in the bed, and he was, I'm laying down. He's looking down at me, giving me this like this look, and I was like, good morning, like trying to be all cute. And then I remember we had like breakfast like later on that morning, and I was telling him like, man, I had this crazy dream. And he cut me off and finished my sentence, was like, yeah, you farted. And I was like, oh my god, did that really happen? Gosh, yeah. That was embarrassing. That was embarrassing. What is my biggest fear? Fear is to like wake up with like a spider on my face. That's kind of scary. But if you want to hear like a really kind of deep one, my biggest fear is to like die drowning. I mean, that would just be really, really sad. So that's my biggest fear. But I know how to swim, but that is kind of scary for me. What is this craziest thing that you've ever done? I've done some What's the craziest thing I've ever done? I remember when I was really young, like I snuck out. I wasn't even like of age to even have a permit. And I snuck out. I took my mom's car keys and I drove her car around the block and I parked it. That was pretty crazy because so many things, like when you look back at some of the crazy things you did when you were younger, like, wow, I can't believe, like, things could have really went wrong. Like, I could have hit somebody, like a bunch of things. I guess that's pretty crazy. Um, would you have a conversation with a stranger? Yeah, I have conversations with strangers all the time. I'm that friend that you try to, like, when you take out, you're like, Vanessa, stop that, stop it, like, because I love conversating. So I am like an extrovert and an introvert at the same time. When I'm out in a social setting, I'm so extroverted, but I can also just be chill. And I like to be home and a couch potato and just watch Netflix all day and eat junk food, ice cream. So yeah. What's your favorite joke? Oh, man. So I'm corny. So I like these corny jokes, but let me think. What's a good joke that I like? I'll say one that I could just think on top of my head. It's not my favorite, but how do you make holy water? You boil the hell out of it. Okay, see, like that's not even good, but that's like stuff that will crack me up a little bit, but it's kind of corny. Are you a dog or cat person? I am a dog person. However, I do own a cat, and my dream dog is a Doberman. I really want a white Doberman or a light gray, and a light gray Doberman. I think those dogs are beautiful. Okay, let me see here. Go to the next questions. So, what's your pet peeve? My pet peeve, I have a few of them. So, well, I'll just say three of them. One of my pet peeves is when people drag their feet when they're walking. That's really annoying. Second is getting unsolicited advice. I mean, who wants that? Like I don't know, let's say you're going to school or something, you have an outfit on, and, someone's like, oh, like, those pants don't look good. Like, did anybody ask you? Like, I'm wearing this because I want to wear this. So that's kind of a pet peeve. And my third pet peeve is when people do not put their blinker on. I can't even tell you how many accidents I've almost got in because they didn't have their blinker on. So that's a pet peeve. What is your celebrity crush? Anybody who knows me knows my celebrity crush is Channing Tatum. Channing Tatum. Yeah, oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, Channing Tatum. I'm like probably like blushing right now because I'm just thinking about it. Yeah, he's my celebrity crush. Okay. So this question's asking me, it says, you mentioned in your first video that you are codependent. I might be codependent. Can you give me an example in which you realized you were codependent? Okay, so codependency is like, oh, there's a huge array of what codependency can mean for you. I'll just tell you my experience. For me, codependency means you can't, I'm not gonna say you can't because you can, but for whatever reason you don't do something because you're dependent on the person. And so that's something that I would experience. Let's, give you a real example. I want to go skydiving, but nobody really wanted to do it with me. Like, you're crazy. I don't want to do that. So I never did it. And I don't know. I just had to ask myself, like, why don't I do the things that I want to do because people don't want to do it with me? That doesn't seem right. Then you're not really living. So I want to break that. I want to break that mold. And that's one of the main reasons why I really want to start a YouTube channel, is because I feel like I knew a lot of friends and other girls, guys, men, women, who do the same thing, who don't do things because they don't have somebody to do it with. Even go to a restaurant. Have you ever wanted to go out to eat, but no one wanted to go out to eat with you, and so you had to order order in or something like that. And I don't know, sometimes you just want the experience, the ambiance, the noise. You just want to be around or out and about. And so, yeah. Have you ever broken a law? If you haven't, what is one law you'd love to break? Have I ever broken a law? I mean, I guess the usual California rule. I mean, I hate to admit it, but no cop, no stop. You know what I mean? But I've done that. Your occasional jaywalking. But that's about it. Nothing too crazy. But a law that I would like to break. Let's see. I'm not really trying to break any laws. I'm not really trying to go to jail. So I'm yeah, I'm not going to try to incriminate myself just in case I do it. You're not going to know about it. Let me see. Okay, would you tell a stranger they have toilet paper hanging from their shoe or their dress tucked into their underwear? Of course, I would. I'm that person that if I see lint on somebody, I just take it off. I totally forget that I don't know this person. This person's a stranger. They probably want personal space, Vanessa. Don't touch them. It's like, it's innate. Like, I have to. I see the lint and I'll pick it off. I go, oh, I'm sorry. You just had a lint on you. And so, of course, I'd be like, you have toilet paper on your shoe. I'd probably help them. No problem doing that. And then, okay, what helps you when you feel anxious? Yeah, I did mention that I do have anxiety. What happens? So what do I do? What helps me? What helps me is to be to put things into perspective. I try to analyze, why am I feeling anxious right now? Like, what's causing it? And that sort of helps, because my energy, instead of going into me feeling anxious now, my mind's occupied with thinking about something else. Because usually my anxiety stems from, this is going to sound really weird, but eye contact. So if someone's like really, and you want that, I mean, okay, so if I'm talking to somebody and they're like really looking at me and I'm talking to them, I don't know why, but like in mid conversation, now I'm looking at you, looking at me, thinking, what are you thinking about while you're looking at me? And it just, I don't know, it just brings off this anxiety attack in me. So, yeah, if I feel anxious, I just sometimes just tell the person, if someone's there while I'm having my anxiety episode, I just kind of tell them, oh, give me a second. If you have something to drink, definitely drink some water, drink some juice to calm yourself. Step out for a minute and come back. So if you can catch it early so you don't like embarrass yourself, then yeah, tell them you need like a minute, step out. If you don't need to use the bathroom, just say you need to use the bathroom, because it can be embarrassing. And I used to have this rubber band, and I used to pop my rubber band, but then people thought I was like emo, because I'm like, you're hurting yourself. And it's like, it really doesn't hurt. Like, I wasn't going pop. I was just, bringing it out just a little bit. It was just something to do, keep myself busy. Let's see here. What do you feel most, when do you feel most at peace? I feel so I feel most at peace at like 2 a.m. I'm a night owl. Like, I stay up. So the reason why I feel most at peace at around 2 a.m. is because all my thoughts, everything kind of like quiets down in my mind. And I don't know, I just feel the most relaxed. I know that everyone's asleep. No one's really doing anything at that time. I don't feel like I'm missing out. No FOMO, missing out on hanging out with my friends or anything like that. So I don't know, like around 2 a.m. Or when I'm around like all my family, like Thanksgiving or Christmas. That's when I feel most at peace too. Okay. So I'm going to answer 2 more questions, and then this video is going to be over because I don't know how long I've already been answering questions for. Okay, what are ways you make amends when you make a mistake? So I think about what part did I have to play in the mistake? What did I do wrong, and how can I how can I do better? And if I wrong somebody, if I hurt someone's feelings, I definitely want to come back to them. And when I do apologize, I want to know what I did. And I want to have thought about it myself, opposed to just asking them, like, oh, what did I do to hurt you? It's like, then you don't really feel like you really are learning anything. So I definitely think about it, and then I reapproach them and I will apologize. But I definitely see what part I had to play. I look at my perspective. I obviously had to put myself in their shoes and then look at what I did. And so, yeah. Okay, last question. Let's see here. I'm trying to choose. I have some. Okay. How do you deal with disappointment? That's a really good last question. So for disappointment, what do I do? For one, I try not to have expectations. That's one thing that I'm really trying to learn how to do, is to not expect anything from anybody. I don't want to make assumptions of anybody. I don't want to judge anybody. So when I do come across myself feeling disappointed, what do I do? I don't know. I guess I just let it go. I learn from it. I just think about, um, how is this going to affect me in the long run? What is me being disappointed gonna do? Um, and if it's someone who disappointed me, I definitely will just have a conversation with them and just tell them that, like, hey, like, I'm kind of disappointed in you, and we just have a conversation. But if it's something that I did, and I'm disappointed in myself. I don't really try to get disappointed in myself. I mean, I do everything to the best of my ability, and it's, it it is what it is. At the end of the day, I can't dwell on it. So if I did something and I'm disappointed in myself, I just tell myself, well, Vanessa, we're not going to do that again. And we're going to learn from that. And that's that. So thank you for all your questions. These were pretty good. I really like these questions. And stay tuned for my next video. Thank you. Bye.